Landscapers are the people behind amazing outdoor spaces. In this video, we're going to help you decide whether you should become a landscaper in 2021. We're going to go over the latest salaries, job market statistics, and the latest trends. Coming up. Hey everyone, Stephen Hack here with Career Watch. We help you with your career search. If you haven't been enjoying the video, hit that thumbs up to support the channel. And if you're a landscaper, let us know down in the comments below what your experience has been working in this occupation. Landscapers have a number of roles and responsibilities. They ensure that the trees, shrubs, plants, flowers, and grasses are healthy and enhance the look of any outdoor landscape. They mow, edge, and fertilize lawns. They weed and mulch landscape beds. They remove dead, damaged, or unwanted trees. And they monitor and maintain plant health. Landscapers plant trees, flowers, and shrubs, but they also upgrade existing landscapes. They can work in a variety of settings, including athletic fields, golf courses, cemeteries, university campuses, and parks. One of the best parts of this occupation is there is no barrier to entry. In fact, according to the Occupational Information Network, 39% of employed landscapers don't have a high school diploma. 31% do, and about 18% have a bachelor's degree. So you definitely don't need higher education to become a landscaper. And this is the kind of job that you can actually do part-time in high school or around your neighborhood. But one thing to keep in mind is landscaping is not as safe as it appears to be. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, landscaping and ground maintenance workers had the 10th deadliest job in America. In fact, in the year 2019, 229 landscapers died on the job. Common reasons for deaths include being struck by a falling tree or branch, falling down from a ladder or a tree, lawnmower or tractor incidents, and contact with power lines. And a small amount of landscapers also drown. For more information on deadly jobs in the United States, definitely check out my video after this one. So what is the average income of a landscaper? Well, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, full-time employed landscapers on average earned around $32,000 per year in 2019. This was less than exterminators, forest and conservation workers, foresters, and loggers, although landscapers did tend to out-earn agricultural workers in 2019. The wages of landscapers have grown over time. In 1999, the average base salary was around $19,000 per year for full-time landscapers, and this grew to around $32,000 per year in 2019. So landscapers have seen a growth of around $13,000 in wages over about 2 decades. This comes out to about $600 gained per year. This means that by 2021, the average base salary of a full-time employed landscaper would be around $34,000, and by 2029, the average base salary would be around $39,000. Geography also plays a role in the compensation of landscapers. Certain states tend to pay more than others, and it's exactly what you would think. Coastal states tend to pay more than Midwestern and Southern states. In 2019, the highest paying states for landscapers were the state of Massachusetts, Washington, Alaska, Hawaii, and the state of Connecticut. Whereas the lowest paying state was found to be West Virginia, where the average base salary was around $26,000 per year. As far as which places pay landscapers the most, it seems to be the education industry. So you see those beautiful gardens and those beautiful landscapes around universities. Those landscapers tend to be paid the greatest amount of money. In 2019, they were making around $16 an hour, whereas government, homes, and amusement, gambling, and recreation companies, they tend to pay a little bit less. So that covers the compensation of landscapers. What is the job market like? Is it hard to become a landscaper? Is it hard to find work? Well, the first thing to understand is the landscaper workforce is giant. In 2019, there was 912,000 employed landscapers across the United States, and this was much more than the number of employed loggers, foresters, exterminators, and agricultural workers. So this is a giant workforce with a lot of people. And here's the thing, these are full-time employed landscapers. This doesn't even include the landscapers that are kind of off the radar. They're mowing their friend's father's lawn for like $10 an hour. Those landscapers aren't actually included in this figure. There could be way more employed landscapers than this. And the number of full-time employed landscapers has grown over time. In 1999, there was around 739,000 employed landscapers. By 2019, this grew to 912,000, although it did hit a high in 2007 of 932,000. dipped for a number of years, and then it's back up at this point. And it seems like the Great Recession really had a big impact on the number of employed landscapers. It just goes to show you how terrible that recession was. So there is a giant workforce of landscapers, but they actually tend to be in very specific parts of the country, specifically California, Florida, and Texas. In fact, Florida alone had the greatest number of employed landscapers, with around 84,000 employed landscapers in that state alone. And California also had a lot of employed landscapers. So if you do want to become a landscaper and own your own business, Florida and Texas might be two really great hubs where there's going to be lots of job opportunities. Like I said earlier, a lot of landscapers are self-employed. In fact, according to the government, 29% of landscapers are self-employed, meaning they own their own business, and they very well might employ many landscapers to support their company. So almost 1 out of every 5 landscapers is self-employed. About 45% work on residential homes, about 8% work in government, and only about 3% work in education. As for the Holland codes of landscapers, for those that watch my other videos, I always cover the Holland codes of different occupations. No surprise here, landscapers score really high in the realistic theme, and they score a little bit high in the conventional theme. You really have to enjoy working with your hands, being outdoors, to really enjoy this occupation. And this really does seem like a great occupation for people to even work part-time who are stuck in offices and really want to get outside and just be on their feet and doing something active. It seems like a great occupation, especially even as a part-time job. I think a lot of people would get value out of this occupation. So as you can see, there are pros and cons to becoming a landscaper in 2021, either a full-time or a part-time landscaper. In fact, this is one of the few occupations out there that pretty easy to start. There's very low barriers to entry. Basically, you don't even need to finish high school to be a landscaper. A lot of people in high school are working as landscapers. In fact, consider 1 in 5 landscapers is self-employed. So there's a lot of employment opportunities for people in this occupation, but very specifically in the states of Florida, California, Texas, and a lot of southern states where there's people that have money and sometimes people that are older that can't do the landscaping themselves. This is definitely an occupation that's going to be around for a very long time. This is not the type of occupation that machine learning or AI can automate anytime soon. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out my building inspector video. This is another great occupation for people that enjoy being outside and working with their hands and just kind of being on their feet and not sitting at a desk all day. Are you a landscaper? What has been your experience working as a landscaper? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.